What's going on, family? It's your favorite toxic YouTuber back for another video. The question that was submitted for today is, how do you feel after the breakup, immediately and after some time has passed? Before I get into that, welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is DismissibleMe. Please like, share, and subscribe for my almost daily content. Find me on Instagram and check out the description box as well, and drop any questions you would like to see me answer on video in the comment section. Family, I've spoken about this before in part of my no contact series or my no contact playlist, but for me, at the end of a relationship, I first feel very much relieved. Very relieved. It feels like 1,000 pounds has been lifted up off of my shoulders. I'm okay with the decision to walk away, or that the decision that somebody decided to walk away, however it went. Right? I'm not somebody who has to win the breakup. But I'm okay with it. I'm relieved. It's what I feel emotionally outside of relief. Sometimes I can feel a little sad, like, oh, I really enjoyed spending some of my time with this person, or I like doing this and that with that individual. There's a little bit of that occasionally. Depending on how long I was seeing the person, was I emotionally invested, all of those things. I tend to be very focused on what I did wrong in the relationship and the role that I played, so that those same mistakes, I'm not making them the next time around. So for me, the feeling is relief. What could I have done better? What is the silver lining? And I really start to just focus on moving on. I go back. There's certain things that just don't change. Just because there's been a breakup or an end in a romantic relationship or even a friendship, I still got to wake up and work out in the morning. I still have to go to work. I still have to, see my grandparents every day. I still have to do X, Y, Z. I still got to feed my cat. There's certain things that don't change. And the fact that I have such a strict routine, that also helps me to quickly refocus and readjust and get back into life before this person was a part of my life. See, that's the thing, is it's very slow for me to integrate somebody into my life just for that reason, because I'm going to maintain my routine, because it's also part of the exit party, is I'm going to go right back into doing those things. So at first it's relief. There may be some sadness. They're like, oh, I'm going to miss this person, or I already missed this and that. That I used to do with this person, or even hearing from them. But I tend to immediately focus on moving forward, moving on, making myself better, and not just in the sense of a new relationship, but just making myself better as a whole. Now I have all this extra time that I'm not pouring into somebody else to pour into myself. What else with this? When I think about later on, let's say maybe a couple months pass, maybe I'm really starting, depend if I was really emotionally invested, if we had been dating or in a relationship for several months, 7, 8, 9 months, a year, then I may be getting into oh man, I really miss this about this person, or oh, I miss this conversation, or reminiscing about old times. There's some of that. For me personally, I don't spin the block. If you watch my other content, that's not something that I'm going to do, because for me, I give it the college try. I give you 150% of me while I'm engaged and locked into the relationship. So for me at this stage in the game, when a situation ends, especially when I decide to pull the plug on a relationship and let it flatline, I have completely come to terms with the fact that the situation is over. It was not going to turn out any differently, that I gave it all that I could possibly give it, that I'm no longer going to invest any more energy in trying to try anymore, because I'm recognizing that there's a permanent roadblock here that we're not going to be able to get over. So I'm at peace with it. Months later is when I start to think about the person a little bit more, but I'm very much at peace with the fact that we're not speaking. Here's the deal, because we've already been not speaking for several months. And as I mentioned in the previous video, again, like and subscribe and check out my playlist. I try to keep it organized over here. I'm very focused on moving on. I'm not looking for friendship after the breakup. So it's not like I'm going to reach out and be like, hey, can we hang out? Hey, what about that recipe? No, when it's done, it is done for me. What else? Yeah, there are times when I miss people. There are certain people that I've missed that I still miss certain things, especially if we used to have a good time. If I had a really good time with you and we laughed a lot, I'm going to think about you a whole lot more than somebody that I was fighting with or arguing with on a regular basis. If I fought and argued with you a lot, I'm not thinking about you at all, quite frankly. I moved on and I was happy to move on, and I don't have to worry about you anymore. But if I had a really good time with you, if we were really vibing, if things were really, really great, I really enjoyed your company, I had feelings for you, then I start to miss those happy times, those fun times, the laughs, the jokes, the pranks. Excuse my alarm. All of those things. I start to think about that 2, 3, 4 months down the line. But me personally, I'm not going to reach back out. And if you reach out and I've made the commitment to myself, because no contact is a commitment to myself, not the other person, that I'm not going to speak to you, I'm not going to speak to you. I'm going to leave you alone and let you move on. Because for me, because I'm not looking for friendship, I'm not going to reintroduce you or re-invite you into my life as a friend, because all my friend vacancies are filled. I'm not looking for friendship. And it's not that the relationship didn't matter or you didn't matter or I didn't care about you at all. It's there's not space for you. If you did not fall into this particular category, and maybe that has a lot to do with me really compartmentalizing things, there's not a place for you. There's only a vacancy right here in this little box. And now that you're not in it, I understand that you don't fit in this box. You're too big for this box or you're too small. It's done. I feel like, and I mentioned this in the previous video, when you hold on to people after a romantic relationship, because I do not date for friendship. Hello. You are torturing them by keeping them in limbo, in this emotional purgatory that for me as a person, you're never going to get out of. I'm not putting you in a friendship category. It will never be romantic again. So there's no point in doing that. I feel like it's disrespectful to put someone in the friend zone when I know you want more. Because I understand that you want more, and it's like I'm playing a game with you, even though that's not my intention, which this is why I don't do that. Because as I watch people do this, and I'm just like, why don't you just tell that person you're not interested and keep it moving? I don't need that external validation. That's the difference between somebody like me, a severe dismissive avoidant, somebody with severe dismissive avoidant attachment, and somebody who's narcissistic. They need you. Oh, they'll keep you as friends forever, but they were never your friend. I was never your friend. We might have been friendly. We might have been building a friendship, especially if we were in an actual relationship, not dating. But at this point in the game, there's too many emotions involved, especially my own, namely my own, where it would just be messy to do that. What are you going to do? Watch me move on? See, for me, it doesn't matter if you moved on because I made the commitment to move forward. Like, I'm not going to check for you or anything like that. But for the other person, I find that it's really a struggle for them to watch somebody else move on when they know that I know, or they know that the other person that's put them in this friend zone knows, okay, that it's not going to go anywhere. So for me, I feel relief after the breakup, and then it's after several months that I start to feel like, oh, dang, I really miss this about this person, or oh, I miss this and that. But for me, once I know that the relationship was not going to work out, it was not going to go any further, it had hit the wall, I move on. So thank you so much for submitting the question. If you would like to submit a question, please comment down below. Let me know where you're watching from. Drop your attachment style. Like, subscribe, share this video. Find me on Instagram. My link is down in the description box. And family, I'll be tapping in with you very soon. Keep it real.